Hey, Cleveland, surrounding areas, and all over the country. Listen to Pink and Black Honors. We are back at you. June the 22nd, 2024 at Severance Hall right here in Cleveland, Ohio. We are honoring entrepreneurs shaping our future, okay? Listen, we need nominees, okay? This is all about honoring business professionals throughout the city of Cleveland. So listen, if you know anybody or if you own a business that is contributing to our ecosystem here in the city of Cleveland, please go onto the pinkandblackhonors.com. There, you can nominate yourself or you can nominate somebody else. Tickets have also gone live. Nominations we are taking March the 15th, guys. pinkandblackhonors.com. We really hope to see you guys there. We have some amazing guests coming to the city of Cleveland. You guys, please come out, help us spread this initiative. We were so excited to have you last year, and we can't wait to see you this year. Pink and Black Honors 2024. We'll see
you. Right.
Here y'all go.
No, this is all top of the dome.
And you got a big dome, so it should be all right.
I'm about to press it.
Yeah. All right, y'all ready?
Okay.
All right, 3, 2, 1. What's going on, y'all? Welcome to the Political Experience. We have another great edition for you guys today. We have the crew here today.
We do.
And we have the honor of having Mr. Demetrius Harvey with us today, spokesperson of the Pink and Black Honors.
Let's go.
Listen. If you don't know about the Pink and Black Honors, I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what you're doing, okay? And we had the honor of having this young man here, and we're going to learn more about what to anticipate coming on this year, why you need to get your tickets right now, because they're going real fast.
Yes.
We're going to get a little bit more into the story overall.
Sure.
So how you doing today, man?
I'm great, man. How are you?
Man, I appreciate you, bro. I know you are busy, man, doing your thing. Let everybody know about the Pink Black Honors, but we are always grateful to have you on. Because
yes,
this is number 3, right?
It's number 3. This is
Yeah.
number 3, man. I'm happy to be here. Every time, like we were talking a little bit before, every time we come together, it's just a great time.
It always
is.
It's
a great time,
Absolutely.
man.
We're family.
Look, we family. We be sitting here, be looking, okay, what time we gonna get? we can keep going. Before we started, I'm like, all right, bro, you better start because we done started.
We can do
Yes,
it.
indeed.
Before I start hitting, I'm like, oh, yeah, we got to start.
Oh my goodness! I told you, like I said, it just starts flowing. But man, you guys have curated a beautiful space for people to be able to come, and it's safe, and it's fun, and it's meaningful, and it's impactful, and it's meaningful conversation. So, you know, kudos to you guys. I mean, every single time your hospitality.
People like you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
No, and that's what I love about the Pink Black Honors, because it is Black excellence embodiment in the organization / movement / events. I mean, you guys encompass it all and whatnot. So shout out to y'all.
Thank you, man. It's a movement. You know what I'm saying? It's so much more than an event. I know you guys got a chance to come last year. We talked a little bit about that. And so
we stood in the movie.
Yes, I did.
We
To see
stood
all
in
the
the movie.
beauty of Cleveland like that,
Yeah.
and to see our entrepreneurs get recognition is just amazing.
And for me, it's just the ambiance as a whole, because like I'm not, y'all know I'm always in the hoodie and pants and whatnot, but it was just a good chance to see us just at our best.
That's right.
And I can't.
We were.
It was and I would encourage anybody, especially if you're new, if you just want to network, don't even network, just be in the right room.
That's right.
Get in this room.
That's right. Well, and the reason why it's so important for you to be in the room is because there's so many resources in this room. You know, I mean, we talk about the event and you know, it being glamorous and beautiful and lights, camera, action, and high quality people and celebrities coming in, and that's wonderful. You know what I'm saying? And people being able to get their shine. But you know, it's about providing resources to these entrepreneurs, you know, because sometimes entrepreneurs, we need help.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
I mean, and it's an opportunity for us to be able to link arms with each other and to say, hey, I support you. How can I come together to help further what you have going on?
Yeah.
Because just because I further what you have going on don't mean that diminishes me.
Yes.
You know? And
Now
so
that is a buzzer.
yeah, that's a buzzer. Man, you know, because there's so much room for all of us.
Absolutely.
You know, we all have ideas and thoughts, and you know, God has given every man the ability to generate wealth. So what is the ability that he's giving you? And so, you know, we kind of want to change the tide here in Cleveland. As last time we were on, I remember you said something. You said there is a stigma in Cleveland. I believe that's what you said, of people not supporting one another. So what we're trying to do and what we are doing, you know, one day at a time, one entrepreneur at a time, is changing that mentality. So PBH, Pink and Black Honors.
Yeah, there we go.
You know, that's the intention behind it, with so much more to give.
No, and I'm about to say, and you guys embody that fully, because you know we at the Police Experience, we try to we do our best at that, but y'all have took it to a whole nother level.
Oh,
there.
yeah, for sure. Yes, yes.
With the help of people like you. I mean, that was the thing. We had our networking expo that we'll talk about a little bit. It was called Myrna that we hosted down at the Rock and Roll Hall of
Amazing
Fame.
event.
Yes. Kudos to Nora Edwards, the founder and creator of Pink and Black
Come on,
Honors.
see, look at this. On top of the door.
And some wonderful women that Tenora collaborates with. They came together and they said, look, we need to be able to make sure that we are providing resources throughout the year for these entrepreneurs. And it was called the Minority Resource Networking Expo. And so we were able to come together and you know, have a really great conversation and provide different types of resources. But afterwards we did a networking event, and we were talking, and someone was like, you know, thank God so much for the Pink and Black Honors. And I said, you know, well, thank God so much for entrepreneurs, because if it wasn't for entrepreneurs, there would be no Pink and Black Honors. You know what I'm saying? So, man, you guys make this up.
No.
I got so much information
Yes.
from the Minority Networking
Yeah.
Expo. The panelists were
Phenomenal.
Yes.
Yes.
And so that's just an arm of Pink and Black Honors, you know. And the main thing is that we want to make sure that everyone knows is, like I said before, it's more than just that one day. It's more than June the 22nd. You know, we want to be able to provide resources throughout. So that Myrna is just one arm of Pink and Black Honors, you know, and these different arms will continue to develop. So, you know, we'll have conversations about other initiatives that we're continuing to do as well. So
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So how did the Pink and Black Honors get started? Like, where did that come from?
You know what? So the founder, Tenora Mia, it actually is a passion of hers for mentorship. And so she's actually been in business for over 25 years. And her passion has always been mentorship and allowing people the opportunity to learn from her mistakes. You'll always hear her say, you'll always hear her say, allow for error in your growth process, right? And so, but if you don't have to error, if somebody can teach you or give you a little bit of their experience to where you may not have to bump your head as hard as I bump mine, like you might bump it, but you ain't gonna bump it and crack it.
Right. Like we all have done.
Right, and so this came from a passion of that she has. Her Pink Party Retreat, actually, that she does for women. She does it every year for women for it to be a safe space for women to be able to come and heal and talk and grow and really do that soul work, right?
Speaking of that real quick, I was just in one of the Zooms, and it was around Mother's Day, and it was for women and children, mothers and children, and I got a lot of information from that. Sometimes we don't realize that our children are human beings too, so we need to treat them as such. It's not always what I say goes. What I say goes. It has to be listening to them and hearing them, and it was very, very, very nurturing. I enjoyed that as well. Hey, listen, Tenora.
Yes. Yeah, but you know what? And it's on purpose. And so from the Pink Party Retreat that she does every year, she went back into her closet, into her prayer closet, and she said, "Okay, Lord, what are you saying next?" And so God said, "Okay, we want to expand this. So do what you do for women, expand it to entrepreneurs." Wow. So. And then also add in men as well, because everybody needs it. So from the Pink Party Retreat, that's how we got the Pink and Black Honors. So it's the pink for women, black for men, and everything in between, right? And so do what you do. So create a space that's healing.
Yeah.
Entrepreneurs oftentimes have been hurt by people not supporting them, by having ideas that weren't able to come to fruition, by empty promises that some people may have given them. So what is this doing? PBH is creating a space for people to come, be healed, and to be supported. So that's how it started.
I love that. And one highlight from last year that I really, really took with me, just moving personally and professionally, was, like you said, giving men their flowers, because until then, I've never seen a man alive receive flowers. You know, we always take them to the funerals, but we never hand it to y'all and say, like, thank you for what you do. Thank you. We see your purpose. that was the first time I actually was able to see a man experience that and see the joy that it brought to him.
Oh, wow.
And understand how much of a small thing made a big difference.
That's right.
How did all that come? Like, how did you all create? Like, you know what? When we create an experience, it's going to be a full experience. And what was the process behind that?
I think you circle it back to Black excellence. You know, I mean, we throw that term around often, but it's like wanting to really execute on Black excellence, right? And so, you know, when you put together an event of that type of magnitude, you keeping that in mind. And then also the wonderful thing with Tenora, as I said before, is as she's doing this and as she's saying yes to what it is that God has for her, she's leaning on other people who have the talents to be able to bring together and to be able to bring to fruition what the vision really is. So, okay, I'm good at this, you good at this, come on, let's join on board, because we want this to be the city's event. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So how can we put on an event of this caliber while still honoring entrepreneurs throughout the process? You know, not just that day, but let me honor you by, okay, let me pull on your strengths. Come on, let's collaborate. How can we collab? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, it takes all of that, and keeping that in mind and keeping that intention alive.
All right, hit that one time.
So, about this year.
Yes, let's talk
June
about it.
22nd,
June the 22nd, folks.
Severance Hall. It's gonna be magnificent.
It's
I
gonna be
already
crazy.
know. I got my dress. You know, I love to see it. But going back to last year, the message
Yes.
that you're not just going there. It's not just about. There's several different aspects of the movement, and it's not just us honoring each other. You also bring in some heavy hitters who have a lot to say and encouraging, telling us about their mistakes and their blunders. And
This is a great time in Cleveland tonight, and I think what we look at is Black excellence on display right now.
I feel blessed. From the moment I walked in the door, I heard Mr. Wheaton and congratulations and everything. Now all the way up to upstairs, same thing, man. It's a blessing.
I am feeling really grateful, very blessed. It's just an amazing experience to be able to be in the room with so many amazing people and people that are game changers and world changers. That's, you know, breaking bread and making businesses in Cleveland, Ohio.
This is a night, like, for the books for not only Cleveland but Ohio. I'm so proud of Tenora.
that and make sure you walk away with some knowledge and some things that you can absolutely put into play.
Yes.
So I know you guys are bringing the heavy hitters.
Y'all wanna
in
talk
this
about
year.
it?
Yes, yes, we do. Yes, we do.
All right, so you know, last year, as you guys stated, it was so exciting because outside of honoring the entrepreneurs, there is a draw factor to it, where we bring people in who have done it, right, and to give that inspiration of, man, I can be there too. If I just continue on this path. So last year we were able to have Tabitha Brown. We had Damon John, Hill Harper, and that was phenomenal.
Yes, it was.
Cleveland's own Danita Harris, and man, it was incredible. This year, we have some phenomenal people coming as well. KRS-One is coming to the land, which we are so excited about that, you know, just to hear how this phenomenal pillar in hip hop has been able to maximize in that field. You know what I'm saying? And all of the knowledge and inspiration that comes behind that. You know, then also Caroline Wenger, from the CEO of Essence worldwide, you know, which we are super excited about that. You know, she is, we have a slogan that we're actually living this intention through, which is called disruptive entrepreneurship.
I love that.
Yeah, disruptive entrepreneurship, you know, not doing things the conventional way, you know, because now there's so many different ways. You think 10 years ago, just 10 years ago, people had one focus in mind. Okay, this is how we're gonna make money. This is what I have to do. I got to go to school. I have to get a trade, whatever have you.
You're so
Now,
right.
fast forward to today, there are so many ways that people are making money. Some we vouch for, some we may not. You know, but I mean, I'm just kidding. But you know, man, there are so many different ways to generate income and to be an entrepreneur. You know what I'm saying? And so that whole idea of disruptive entrepreneurship, Caroline Wanga, the CEO of Essence, she has this personality about herself that is so inspiring and is unique, and it can be disruptive to certain people. Even with did you guys get a chance to see the flyer?
Oh yeah, yeah.
And so did you see her? She was
The picture,
yeah,
even the
you know.
picture.
And so some people may not understand that, but her whole demeanor and even the things that you see her wear, you know,
That's dope.
the art behind the things that she wears, you know what I'm saying? Like, she's very intentional, and then if you ever listen to her speak, she's very intentional with the things that she says as well. So, you know, we want to infuse that into this. I mean, who hasn't? I mean, Essence Magazine.
Right.
Come on, that's a whole lifestyle.
Yes.
You know, the Essence Fest and everything.
Right.
You know, so that's exciting in and of itself. And that'll bring, you know, that brings a whole different level of inspiration. And then also, you know, we gotta have the music.
Oh, come on now.
We gotta have the music. So, you know,
Yes.
it was incredible because last year we were able to have the Cleveland Chorale with Dave
Come
Dillon.
on now.
And they just took us higher and higher every time. I mean, it was people in the audience literally crying.
Yeah.
You know, it was amazing. And so Cleveland Chorale is actually going to be back again this year.
Okay.
So we're excited about that. But also Leandria Johnson.
Oh, okay.
And if you know anything about Leandria Johnson, when the girl opens her mouth, I mean, chills just go through your body. So we're excited to have her, right? Because the whole foundation of this is God.
Yeah,
The whole foundation
absolutely.
of this is a vision that God gave to Tenor, the founder. And like I said, I always give it back to her and thank her for her yes. But we want to make sure that we usher in that presence, right? You know, because it's going to be there anyway, you know, when we all get there. But we
Yeah.
want to allow that to flow freely.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so we're excited. Cleveland's own Danita Harris is going to be our
Come on
mistress of
now.
ceremony. You know, so keeping that good Cleveland blood, man, just
Yeah.
running through the veins. Also, we have a very special award that's going out to Dr. Erica Steed and of Metro Health. Also, Dr. Lady Vernon.
Yeah, okay.
So it's called the Impact Her Award. So they will be honored this year as well. George Frazier, he will be receiving a Lifetime Achievement
Come
Award
on,
as
man.
well.
You got one time.
Yeah. I mean, and then all of the nominees. I mean, it's special that they're coming.
Yeah.
You know, so we're
That's
excited,
awesome.
man. We're excited.
Speaking of nominees.
Speaking of nominees,
Come on,
man,
y'all.
come on, round of applause. Congratulations.
Our very own Brandon Gates, not your average agent, and the creator of the Pull-Up Experience.
Creator of the Pull-Up
Is
Experience.
nominated.
Yes.
Yes. So speaking of nominations, walk us through how it's different from last year. How the process is for the honorees.
Sure.
Please.
So last year, as this was cultivated, you know, we pulled together. It was so funny because we started with 25 entrepreneurs last year, and we ended up having to expand it. We're like, man, it's too many people. It's hard. So we ended up expanding it to 35 entrepreneurs last year, and but you don't know who you don't know.
Right.
And so what we wanted to do was allow the city to be a part of this year. So you all tell us who needs to be nominated.
Yeah.
So we actually put it out there on the pinkandblackhonors.com. People had the opportunity to go on and nominate who they felt needed to be a part of this celebration that the city needed to uplift and recognize. And so we got all of our nominations in, and then we had to narrow down our nominees, and then we ended up transitioning that into a voting process. So the city is able to go onto the pinkandblackhonors.com. Actually, voting recently closed. Actually, this past weekend, voting actually closed. So people were able to go into the Pink and Black Honors and vote for who they wanted in those categories to win. So, you know, nominees coming and being a part, that's a win in and of itself.
Yeah,
you know,
absolutely.
but you know, so the process is different, and we wanted to make sure that the city had the opportunity to be a part of it this year as well.
That's awesome. Right there.
Yeah.
I want to talk about just the. I know a lot of people don't understand what goes into these events, the manpower, the collaboration, the thought process that goes into it. Let's talk about that because I know Ken, we're talking about how versus this year versus last year, how much bigger the manpower had to be.
Yeah. I mean, that's really that's the intention too. As you continue to grow, so does the space have to continue to grow.
Absolutely.
And so last year it was so funny because Tenor started with it was about 4 people, really hammering it hard, and then now this year she's been able to expand it to upwards of 25 people.
Yes.
Some people volunteering their time, their efforts, you know what I'm saying, just to make sure that this event comes together and continues to be what we want it to be. So, kudos, shout out to everybody in the city who has given up your time, your efforts, your talents, your gifts that God has given you to be able to continue to stretch this initiative. We were talking about it earlier. There would be no PBH if it weren't for entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, it just wouldn't. And so you guys play such a phenomenal role, even coming and sitting on platforms like this. And congratulations to you, man, for your nomination. I know we went over that a little bit, but what you're doing is so inspiring. Just to be able to say yes to all that creativity inside of you. So, man, we hope that that's what people are feeling. That's what So we want people to get in business for yourself. Okay. But also talking about collaborations, that's really what we want to do as far as giving the entrepreneurs who are a part of this an opportunity to have resources. That's how the Myrna event became. Because we wanted to be able to provide resources. We're expanding a relationship with Jumpstart and Mortar and Futureland to be able to provide resources for entrepreneurs. That is the main thing. And so we're actually, an hour before the event, we're going to be having a wine tasting and food pairing event, right? That's actually going to be supporting some African American entrepreneurs throughout the city as well. Pearl Flower Catering is going to be providing the food for us there, and so it's a time for us to come together and celebrate each other. Really, that's what it is. That's what it is. I mean, we can hammer that on and on and on, but that's what we want to do: is celebrate each other. And while we're celebrating each other, using each other's gifts to make the celebration happen.
So y'all heard that, and that's for entrepreneurs that are already started, even if you're small, even if you already scaled your business and you have it going on. For people who are just have the idea in your head,
that's right.
You need to stay in these rooms. It's like over the last couple of years, there have been so many collaborations and so many people that are out here trying to show you that there are ways for you to make it, that there are ways, people are willing to show you where the money is. Right. People are willing to lend their services, all of that. And I think it's really amazing what's coming together in Cleveland. And then we get to have it come to the full circle when we get into the room of the pink and black, the PBH. When we get into the room with PBH, and we all honor each other, and we all, just feel so blessed that we are making it, that we have made moves. But again, pay attention to that I said, even people, when you just have the idea, come out to the Pink and Black Honors and step in that room, and you'll see how good it feels, and you'll get the inspiration to say, hey, I can do this. I'm about to start. This is it right here.
And what we were talking about before we started filming was sometimes people think that you have to have everything 100% in order just to get started.
I was that person.
Even it's so. I mean, I can make it even personal. Since the conception of Pink and Black Honors, I've actually started 2 new businesses myself.
Okay,
right? But that just goes to. Sometimes you need a jolt of inspiration to get started because we have so many ideas, and we talk about being creatives and things of that nature. Some of us have so many ideas in our mind, and sometimes it's just up here, or sometimes we even go as far as to write it down. It's okay, this is what I'm gonna do. It's December 31st. This is what I'm gonna do this year. And we look up, it's March. Okay.
Right.
We look up, it's August. What happened?
Right.
It's December 31st. Let me go back. What did I check off? And you ain't checked off anything.
Yeah.
You know, just start.
Just start. I'm always gonna
Just-
look at that porch.
Just start. It's so Avery Sunshine, one of my favorite singers. She has a song that's called Jump, and she says, "Just jump and watch your wings grow." You know, sometimes you have to. If God has given you an idea, we talked about this last time we had Tanora on the show. If God has given you an idea, if God has given you a passion, an ability to be creative, an ability to reach people through whatever it is, you got to do it.
Yeah.
Because you never know what that seed that goes in the ground, how it's going to sprout up and how it's going to bear much fruit. So get started. And you don't need to have it all together in order for something good to come about. You know what I'm saying?
We know all too well.
Man, and then events like this comes to help you continue to grow and to scale. You know, I mean, we provide financial literacy and partnerships, and you know, I mean, you just got to start.
Absolutely.
You got to start, man.
Yes.
And I love how, because I will say this, when me and Marquita were talking about starting the Pull Up Experience, we were talking about how Cleveland at that time was not a collaborative space.
Right.
And I love that you guys are changing the landscape for that, because you are making it so that literally you have no choice but to collaborate now. Because you guys are providing a space.
Yeah.
Providing resources, providing a space, and providing the people who are more than willingly open to help you in your process and whatnot. So thank you for that.
Man, we're happy. We're happy about it. Also, I meant to say, in regards to who we're collaborating with, you know, DJ Low Key, you know,
yeah.
be a part. We got Urbane Vodka.
Okay, yeah. Come on, Simone.
God, oh my God, man. So I mean, it's so much to try and remember, but you know, people believe in it.
Yeah.
You know, and so we're stronger together than we are apart. We strong in numbers.
It's not episode, Steve.
Stronger together.
My brother, that's what you are. That's what I'm talking about.
Stronger together than we are apart.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
good.
Yes,
No.
yes.
And like I said, I will say this. Never in a million years would I have thought that, because you know, the one thing I love about our city is that everyone has something, right? But never has it been a time where someone had to put something to bring us all together. And like, I don't know, because like, you know, you got Essence Fest, you got Grammy Awards. This is our awards right here.
Yeah.
This is our award for the city.
Yeah, it's the city's event. You know, and like I said, keeping in mind that we really want to be able to be of value to the entrepreneurs. So actually tomorrow we're hosting a mixer. Over at Creative Space with Asia Childers.
I will be there tomorrow.
Who is actually one of the collaborators and founders of the Myrna Experience, along with
She was great.
oh my God, oh my goodness, she was incredible. But we're actually hosting a mixer there at her space with all of the nominees, and we have a different process this year as well, to where we're asking the nominees to be a part of community service in some way. So how can you give back, right? You know, in some sort of way, help within your community, because these businesses oftentimes are the center of our communities. It's where everybody goes, you know, especially if you have a brick and mortar.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know, you provide a space for people. So we're asking for them to be a part of some community service in some sort of way.
Yeah.
And then also, you know, we're trying to scale the event as well. So we're collecting data, you know, of what we can do better, what we can, how we can mitigate certain things, you know, how we can improve on certain things. So there'll be some surveys going out as well. So, you know, we're trying to make it as excellent as we possibly can. But we're really excited to be with the nominees tomorrow, so we can come together. Everybody can get to know each other. You know, like, you guys, you'll be there?
Yeah, oh, you already know.
Okay.
I'll be there early.
Okay.
I'm like, wait.
Yeah.
He gonna have a couple dollars in his pocket trying to pay people off.
Tired of carrying that load? Drop the house. Gutter Properties will buy your house as is with offers up to $300,000. Need serious repairs, liens, taxes, or judgments? We'll work through your unique situation to get that house off your back. During your free, no-obligation appraisal, we maintain social distancing and take every precaution to ensure your experience is safe. Drop the house. Gutter Properties. Call us or visit gutterproperties.com.
I know voting's closed.
Yeah.
No, but I love that you are doing that because the pink PBH period, like it's more than just the moment, it's the movement, right? So
It's the movement.
the biggest thing about you all is, yes, you provide inspiration, but you are very intentional about providing the information.
That's right.
So like Myrna, we talked about that being an arm. We talking about now, even the nominees, hey, we're going to give to you for sure, but how can we continue to build? How can we continue to grow? I really love that you all put information in the forefront, because a lot of times, a lot of people stutter or get stagnant in business because, okay, you tell me I need this. You say I need money, or I need a business plan. You tell me I need whatever, but then you also give me the actual people and give me the full-fledged introduction.
Yeah.
Like, hey, here, you need to be putting yourself on the podcast. Have you met Brandon yet? You know, we got the pull-up experience. You know, things like that matter the most in business, because it'll be the one thing that propels you from an idea to execution. So you all are very intentional about making sure that we are executing and moving and excellent, not just,
Thinking about it.
Yeah.
Well, you got to take advantage of the opportunities as well. You know, like oftentimes people will know about what's going on. Oh, they doing it, I ain't going. You know, but take advantage. You know, that's why it's here. It's for you to be able to come and take advantage of all these opportunities, because you just never know. Sometimes it takes that one right person. We talk about Damon John, who was one of the keynote speakers last year in Shark Tank, right? And I think I said this last time I was on, you know, on that show, sometimes those people have pitched their ideas to so many different people, and they've been turned down. But sometimes when you're in the presence of the one right person, it can make everything change. And we've seen those people on Shark Tank change people's lives, you know, providing them opportunities that they otherwise wouldn't have gotten if they had not been in that room, in that space. So being intentional about where you spend your time as an entrepreneur. Is this worth my time? Am I going to leave here with something? And I can absolutely guarantee you that you will leave with something from the Pink and Black Honors. And even beyond that, being in the ceremony, man. Talk to people. Bring your business cards. Let people know who you are. This is not the time for you to be shy.
Right.
This is not the time for you to be nervous. You know, come on out of that shell and expand. You know, you never know where to take you. You never know where to take you.
I want to say last year when we were there, so many guests we got from to have on here. We're from the event.
See what I'm saying?
Give me a card. I'll take your card.
That's right. That's what
it's been up ever since. So
That's what it's about.
Absolutely.
And all of that encompassed in just a great time. You know, the entertainment is there. Just when you walk in the door, it's you have the violinists, the harpists.
My girl, you see her?
The harpists, and then you have the photographers catching you looking beautiful. Like the whole thing was it's just so well put together, and it's like you mentioned, the awards, the Grammy Awards and things like that. It's put together to me on that caliber.
Absolutely,
it's very, very. Black tie, and you can put on your Sunday's best, and just people. You see people.
Don't wear the church hats.
You see,
because we want folk to be able to see.
Don't wear. What you say? You wear?
Please don't wear your church hats.
Hey, I wear my ascot and my turtleneck in the middle
June
of June.
the 22nd.
And a turtleneck.
I'm going full Drake. I'm going full Drake, y'all.
Better not. You're gonna pass out and die. Wearing a turtleneck on June the 22nd.
But it is that type of. It's that type
Thank
of
you.
situation for sure.
And and we're tweaking it. Like it's gonna. So many things are gonna be different this year. That's gonna make it even better than what you all experienced last year. So we're gonna scale it up. I promise you. We are going to scale it up. The branding is different. I mean, we're gonna scale it up. That's how we got PBH, right? So we're known as the Pink and Black Honors because that's what we are. But our new branding is PBH. So when you think Pink and Black Honors, that might be a mouthful for some people. PBH. Where you at? I'm at PBH.
Oh, yeah, come on.
You're not going to PBH?
You ain't going to PBH?
Right. What?
And we have some
that is a nice
items
hashtag
for you guys as well.
Okay.
We have some different items that we'll make sure that you guys get as well. That way you can.
And the pull-up experience will be there.
We'll be in the building.
house. We will be in the building. We will be doing
Y'all gonna pull up?
interviews.
Pull up. We're gonna go pull up. Let's go.
Absolutely. Yes.
Excited, man.
No, listen.
So June the 22nd, it's so funny because I don't know when this will air, but today, as of tomorrow, we're a month out.
Okay.
We're a month out. So pinkandblackhonors.com, Cleveland, that's where you can go,
I was gonna say,
purchase your tickets, see exactly what we're doing, what the lineup is looking like this year. Follow us on all social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram. I mean, we're pretty much everywhere right now.
I was gonna ask you.
And we're going to link it in the show notes below as well.
Absolutely.
Yes.
For
yes, yes,
sure,
yes.
for sure.
So shoot, I'm about to say, that's a great way to segue to the end. Any last remarks you want to give us, Demetrius, man? Let the crowd know where we are. Let them know where they can get tickets from, where they can learn more about the event. Just any last remarks?
First of all, thank you guys. Thank you guys.
Thank
You know,
you.
always
Thank you.
for providing us a phenomenal space and platform. Thank you for sharing
Oh,
your
absolutely.
platform with not only us, but so many others throughout the city. You know, you guys are a gem here. You really are. And thank you guys. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Tenora echoes the same thing. Thank you all so much for always being so welcoming, you know, to us. And we hope that we can add value to your show anytime that we come.
Absolutely.
And the main thing that I want to say too is I live my life by this, and this is really the intention behind the Pink and Black Honors is, from Maya Angelou, the way she says it is, when you get, you give, and when you learn, you teach.
Yeah.
And you all are doing that with your platform, and that's what the Pink and Black Honors really wants to be able to do, is to give back to those who are given to us and give them an opportunity to be platformed and to be thanked and to be recognized and honored for everything that they're doing here in the city. So listen, entrepreneurs, nominees, winners, congratulations, and remember to get started. Don't wait for everything to be perfect in order for you to get started. You know, I said that even for myself. I had to just go ahead and get started because I couldn't be in a space where I'm telling people how important it is to be entrepreneurs and me not, you know, go ahead and get going. So thank God for Tenora for instilling that, and she's doing so much more than I think even what she knows that she's doing. So, you know, that's what I want to say. June the 22nd, Severance Hall, Pink and Black Honors, now known as PBH. That's what we'll be. Be there, family.
In the great words of Miss Marquita Eddy, meet us there. Don't beat us there.
No, it's
Meet
the
us
flip.
there. Don't meet us there. PBH.
Messed up.
It's a way, not just a day. So
Yes.
make sure, even though you come June 22nd, stay in tune. Like he said, follow on all social media platforms, which will be linked in the description below. You can go buy your tickets, though, so you can beat us there, not just meet us there on June 22nd by logging on to pinkandblackhonors.com, pinkandblackhonors.com. One last time, so I know you didn't miss it.
Yes.
Pink and, that's AND, blackhonors.com. Now, voting's already over, but that's okay. You can still get your tickets so y'all can be on your feet giving a standing ovation when Brandon is announced Entrepreneur of the Year. We're coming out early. Seriously, though, there's some phenomenal entrepreneurs who have, and creatives, community change agents.
Yeah.
There's more than just a one-sided room, right? There is so many people who just had the opportunity to continue to give to us, and we have the opportunity to be right there for them basking in all that is happening, right? Like they said, there's so much happening, so much going on. We're going to get dressed up. I'm going to make sure Brandon take a shower. It's going to be fun, y'all. We're going to have us a wonderful, wonderful time. And after June 22nd, there are more arms and legs. This thing has really grown wings, right? So it's more than a day. It's a full-fledged way, and you have to be a part. The one thing that'll stop you is yourself. Right. So take away all that limiting self-beliefs. Take away, change your environment, because sometimes to elevate, you just have to be in the right room. So they are great creators of safe spaces and right rooms, and we had to share it. I'm so glad that y'all decided to come back.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Y'all are welcome to come back whenever y'all want.
Yes.
You or Snore say, hey, I want to come on, say less.
Okay. We'll keep that in mind. Thank you, guys.
Yes.
Thank y'all.
Yes, thank you so much for coming, for sure.
So shoot, guys, this is episode 217.
217. What a blessing.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And we will see y'all June 22nd. Can't say it enough.
They'll be there.
Yes.
They'll be there.
Hey, listen. We'll see y'all there, all right?
All right.
See y'all next time.
Bye.
Peace.
Yes. That was good.
Is that good?
I love it. I love it.
Come on, man.
they didn't have a ticket,
They
about
better
to
get it
get
now.
they didn't have it.
Oh,
Yes,
yes,
They
yes,
better get it
yes.
now,
So
baby.
two things, Meech man, we gotta how you do your promo, let everybody else tune in.
Oh yeah.